Hello and welcome to the Literary Gladiators channel. Today I'm here with
Cyndi,
Jan,
Tara,
and I'm Josh, and we are going to be talking about the books that we have been reading as of March of 2026. This is just a casual conversation about what we've been reading lately. We are getting ready for our 19th season, but we also read other things when we're not preparing. Some of us do more than others, but we're all different kinds of readers here, and that's what we embrace about the Gladiator community. Let's start with Cyndi. What have you been reading?
Okay, well, in addition to preparing for the season, I started reading Stephen King's The Stand. I got the unedited version, the uncut.
From Signet?
Yeah, I got his original.
Oh, the original. Okay.
Yeah, I had bought it during in 2020 when the miniseries came out, and then I put it on the shelf and never got to it. It's huge. It's a huge book. Fantastic. I love it. So I've been reading that. Pretty much that's been the fiction that I've been reading because I would be not quite done with it.
I just made my second attempt at reading it myself on around page 272, but I started reading it in 2024. Had to put it down because then I started reading things for the channel, for clubs, and never picked it back up. I got to do that again. And then I picked it up again. I've put it back down. Hopefully I can incorporate some of my reading of The Stand, and then my goal is to definitely get back to that after we're finished filming 19. The two things I definitely want to make my way through are that and Bible.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I want to not just pick it up and look at a passage. I want to go through each of the books and take notes. But
I did that twice in 1 year.
Oh.
King James Version and NIV. So I would have some come through on my cell phone and thing I was in, and then I physically had the King James Version, which is my favorite. So. But I used to teach Sunday school.
Okay.
So.
Used to teach it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for I think 9 years or something.
Okay.
Yeah, long time.
So, was there anything else that you had read, or is that pretty much that?
Pretty much reading for our preparation, but also that's because I've also been working on my own writing.
That's a good thing.
Nice. I can see what you
Jim?
What was it I said? I just finished the book. Or Buddy Reed.
Miracle Creek?
Miracle Creek, that's it, yeah. By who?
Angie Kim.
Angie Kim. Good. I couldn't remember her name either. I turned it back in yesterday to the library. I read that. I read the play, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
And what else? I read a book I was given as a gift for Christmas. Actually, two. One from you for Christmas. That was about Alexander Hamilton and the big trial that they had going on. He and Aaron Burr, along with another attorney. I think his name was Cadwallader. So I read that, and then the other book that I got for Christmas, and you know the title of that one. I can't remember either.
The Nightingale by Christina Hanna.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. So, and probably a few other things. I'm always reading something.
How did you like The Nightingale and Miracle Creek?
Miracle Creek was good.
Don't tell me anything.
Yeah, she hasn't read it yet, so maybe I'll wait on that for when that discussion comes up. But it was good. And which other one?
Nightingale.
Oh, that was good. That's the one they're going to make a movie of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's going to come out like next year.
That was about World War II, the Nazis, and invading France.
And from the perspective of the women.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that sounds cool.
The sisters,
It
actually.
is. It's really cool, and you can easily visualize all of it happening.
I visualed everything.
I've read both. I read The Nightingale for discussion on the channel, and then I read Miracle Creek because I judged that for the BookTube Prize back in 2020. I gave that. We just have to rank the 6 books in our heat, and I ranked that 3rd or 4th. I'd have to look back because one of them, because it was between that and the Nickel Boys. One of them was 3rd, one of them was 4th. And the one that I ranked 4th is the one that made it through. The one that was 3rd. I think that I had the Nickel Boys above of Miracle Creek, but it was a very thought-provoking piece, and it was just, I think the way that she approached it was pretty intriguing. Even though I think that the I was a bit disappointed with the direction that she took by the end.
Yeah, I kind of was as well. And in the beginning, I actually had to, read backward from where I had gotten to because I couldn't keep the characters straight. There were so many people involved in this courtroom drama that I actually, like I said, I went backwards and I took a piece of paper and a pen and wrote their names and why they were there at trial.
Okay.
So that way I could.
The courtroom part yet?
I just started. I'm like 14% in.
Then
Please don't say nothing
So,
more.
but like I said, it was hard for me to keep track of who was who and why they were there.
okay.
And I think the author took a few things a little too far as what a character was actually feeling and thinking. I think the author overthunk them, and she could have left a few that, or he, I don't know. She could have left out a few of those, suppositions. I guess
Too much narration.
It's not that. It's just she has the characters questioning themselves back and forth on how they feel or why they said what they said or did what they did. It's like just make the character one strong person and don't make them flip-flopping in their minds. You're telling me that this character doesn't even know who they are.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a difference between there's a difference between a character changing internally and just not being consistent with themselves.
Yeah, but I think she went a little overboard with that. I don't know. I didn't like that with a couple different characters, like Elizabeth. So.
Okay, then let's. I think Tara would like to talk about what she's been reading recently.
Okay, so I'm actively reading Miracle Creek. I'm only, like I said, like 14 or 15% in. I read horror. I'm also reading At Home with the Horrors, which is 14 Children's Tales by Cyndi Scott. I read the first story so far, and I'm still continuing reading Grimm's Fairy Tales. I'm also reading an arc called Wayward Souls. It's a sequel to Harker and Moriarty. I already read, and it's out by Susan J. Morris. And you want to know what I read? I finished How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shirley Thomas. That's a fun book. It merges slasher with romance and puts it together, and it's like really interesting. And the premise I'll give you is this girl and her friend go to one of those like dating things where the bell goes and
Speed dating.
So she's talking to one of them and the lights go out, right? And she hears like a rip and a gurgle, like, and when the lights turn back on, it turns out that her date was killed, and that was interesting. And then I read Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake. It was my first Olivia Blake, and I had a lot to say about female and their place in society, or the put into their place in society. And it follows two women. One's an adult who is a professor and has a child, and the other one is in college and trying to get into the sorority. And it's interesting because how like two things play out, and how the professor and the job, how like sexism is very dominant sometimes in there, not all places, but how it is in there, and how like where because she has a child, and so she can't do her job because of that child or whatever or something like that, and that she lost her like tenure because she had to stay with her child, and it gave her part time, so she loses her office, like stuff like that, and like yeah, cannibalism. That's interesting. That's interesting. And I read the book for Psychopumping Circumstance. That was interesting. And then Tradway, which basically speaks about how how like the traditional wife, like 1940s, what I'm thinking about, but like more modern, and how she cleans the house, she cooks. He comes home, he eats, but sometimes he doesn't come home, and so he's working late, like that type of thing, like the typical I'm cheating on my wife type of thing, and a bunch of other things that were really interesting to talk about. It's one of those ones you have to sit there and think about. But pretty much she goes to a well, and she sees in the well there's like bones in there, but she still wishes on it, puts a thing, and she wishes on because she wants a child so bad. And I also talked about infertility and all that kind of stuff. And I think it did well. I wouldn't know. I don't have it. But she there is monster smart in there, but not exactly monster smart. But it's like a joke. People who read it, but like she has a baby through this like monster with wings and stuff, and it goes from there. It's like it gets crazy, and the author goes there. She goes there with everything, so it's crazy. And I read Carmela finally, and I really liked it. It came before Bram Stoker's Dracula. That was really interesting, really good.
I would like to read that at some point.
Yeah. So the other things were really interesting.
Okay.
So I read a lot, so I'm gonna stop there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be getting to Psychopumping Circumstance very soon myself. But I've been reading mainly for book clubs. The last thing I read primarily for myself is 9 Presidents Who Screwed Up America, which was a constitutional approach on the presidency and which presidents the writer Brian McClellan felt were best based on their abiding by the Constitution rather than who did the most to help the country progress, or who allegedly helped the country to progress, because a lot of the progression resulted in infractions of the Constitution and creating more restrictions and less freedom of the general population. But I also read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow for a book club. I, Medusa, and They Fear Not Men in the Woods. The Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow is Gabrielle Zevin. I, Medusa is written by Ayanna Gray. And then They Fear Not Men in the Woods is Gretchen McNeil. And these books really made me feel things, whether in the circumstances of Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and I, Medusa, they turned out to be good books. They Fear Not Men in the Woods was not a good book. But I just started my reading for season 19. I just finished reading Shadowgrave this morning, and now I'm going to be working on the smaller, the shorter works, the poems, and I'm looking forward to reading Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and Psychopumping Circumstance. So it sounds like everybody's been actively reading.
I read a lot.
Especially you.
I do. I read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You have me beat, unless you count me doom scrolling on Facebook, but I read a lot of American Revolutionary history in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could take there's a lot of intensity when it comes to reading works of that nature, where you're putting more brain power into it.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any other anything that they want to say about what the other person's reading? Respond to any?
So many books,
Yeah.
Yes.
and yeah, there's a few I would definitely like to read.
Okay.
So when this video goes up, I'm gonna write down everything we said. So.
Okay.
Right.
Do you have anything else in mind? Anything on your immediate TBR next?
I have
books?
some of the books from the library still to read for season 19,
Okay.
and mostly the other books that I'm in on discussions I'm gonna have to get online because they don't have them.
Yeah.
And that is not my preferred method of reading.
Me neither.
I'd rather have a book in my hands.
Me too.
I'm bummed.
Alrighty. Thank you for tuning into this video, and if you're interested in doing so and keeping the conversation going, please let us know what you have been reading as of late. We would be happy to converse about your current reads or most recent reads. And for now and as always, we encourage you to keep reading.